Take 3. Get some coffee. Mine is now cold. How have all you fabulous people been? I have been pretty good. Pretty good, I must say. I am taking a mental health day today. I am doing a little bit of escapism, which is going to be the topic of this video. Because I wanted to make a response video to Libby's last video, which I absolutely adored. And it was so great to see you. So I was going to write a comment, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a video, because then I will make a video on top of the whole plan of escapism day. Because I'm hiding out. Like I'm 10. Right? Yeah, hide out, play with some dolls, talk to some friends. I'm 10 years old today. How are you guys doing? So I'm going to title this Making Sense of This Thing We Do, Collecting. Collecting in general, doll collecting, whatever you collect. Because I collect a lot besides dolls, which I never talk about. And there's a lot I have to talk about, and I made notes. So if you see me looking down, it's because I made notes. So where to start? I guess probably by first saying that I have always been a maximalist. And I like crowded stuff. I like stuff all around me. I like stuff. I'm a display manager. We have a lot of props. My workroom is extremely crowded with all kinds of nonsense. I grew up with people who collect stuff. That's very comfortable. If any time of the day I can get back to a point of my life where I'm in my little blanket tent with my suitcase of Barbies and my record player and my stack of books, and it's quiet, I'm pretty freaking happy. If I can spend 5 minutes escaping the real crazy stupid world and get back to there, it's a good day. So sitting here right now with you guys, hanging out with you, surrounded by the nonsense that I brought home this weekend, is a comfortable place. The rest of the world, fuck it. And I'm spilling coffee. But I will say this. I do watch a lot of Hoarders. Not a lot. You know, it's one of those things you put on when you go to sleep. Oh, geez. It's like tilting and now it's right. Okay. So purging is important. Like, I do purge. Like, not the stuff that I've had as a kid, because I do have a lot of stuff that I've had since I was a kid, and that's important to me. But random stuff that I do bring home, I am a purger. I don't keep all of it, because I've watched Hoarders and I know where that gets you. Even though watching them like walk through the little hallways, little caves, that's good. Not that I would ever go spelunking, because that is frightening to me. But caves of stuff, little passageways, very comfortable to me. Strange, right? Very weird. Very weird. My husband, he's a minimalist. Nothing. Maybe comic books, photographs, things like that. But mostly, him and my son, they're mostly, imaginary things, things on the computer. Porn, maybe, I don't know. But they don't really collect anything. So occasionally he'll be like, what is all this shit? And I'm like, it's not shit, it's important. So things I collect besides dolls, which I might have talked about on this channel here before. Definitely dolls. But if I have like $500 in this house, and that's just a rough estimate, I don't even know. I must have about 3,000 books. I would say, yeah. And that's probably just my books. That's not including like Zoe's books, because she collects a lot of books. Yeah, books are a thing. Books are definitely a thing. And after that, so it's probably dolls, books, and then suitcases or trunks. Because suitcases and trunks are where you hide all the shit. Yeah. I know I have a problem. I know I have an escapism problem. Because now, when I work weekends, like, I map out where the estate sales are, near work. Is that the cat wanting to come in? He's going to have to wait. Because this is like take 3 and I can't get up again. It's sunny out. You're fine. Ugh. Anyways, I map out the estate sales, so I can get a fix. Because it's definitely like a fix for me. I'm not an eBay shop. Oh, I try not to be an eBay shopper. But I'm definitely not a, I never bought much off of AliExpress. I didn't even go to Temu. I don't buy online quite that much, because I definitely have the experience. I definitely need the experience of going into somebody else's life and rooting through their shit. Like, I find that fascinating. And let me tell you, I go to an estate sale and there's no books. I am trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with these people. That is for sure. So, let's not talk about dolls. Let's talk about books. Because if there's, you probably don't know, but my ride or die in the house is a shelf of books. And one thing, my girlfriend, Eva, put on Facebook, she put something like, the whole buying things I don't need started at the Scholastic Book Fair, which is the absolute truth. Like, I could have a whole channel based on, like, obscure children's books from the 70s and 80s because I love them. I will buy them by the armload at an estate sale, especially if they're old ones. Oh, this was mine. I love this. You can see, like, my little library. I still has the, like, tape and the number of my own, like, library system that I had. So, yeah, like, I love them. I love books. This one's Scholastic. I don't know what this is. Avon, Camelot. I don't know. Like, books that I remember that I didn't have. It's like, those were just things I picked up this weekend. Ooh. And then, besides the escapism part of it, I think for me, there's a little bit of the hiding part of it because my phone is being held up by a pile of books, obviously. And in that pile is a E.T. book. And I was thinking about, I was like, you know what? I am like E.T. in the closet. Like, with all the stuffed animals around him, like, that's me. Like, I'm comfortable. Like, I work, like, back of house. Like, I'm not out dealing with the public as little as possible. I'm an introvert. Even coming on talking to you guys sometimes, even though you're my doll peeps, it's a little, I gotta work myself up. So, yeah, it's kind of like blending into the background of this stuff. It's kind of like, that'd be a really cool art project. Okay, now I got too many projects. Okay. Woo! Let's see, where am I on my list? I'm all screwed up now because I made the video 6 times. Okay, dolls, books, suitcases, and trunks. Yeah, suitcases and trunks because that's where I hide stuff. And I like suitcases. And every time I go to an estate sale, like, if there's suitcases, like, I open every fucking one. Like, I'm like, if I put shit in suitcases and trunks, like, other people definitely put stuff in suitcases and trunks. And sometimes I find things, but mostly not. Yeah, it's fun. Good times. No, but and it's the treasure hunting too. It's definitely the treasure hunting, and it's the finding things that have a little history, I guess. But it's escapism fix, for sure. Like, here's a perfect example: escapism, and why I can't shop online. If I smell a Barbie case, I can smell one like probably a mile away. It brings me right back to being 10 years old. You know what I mean? It does. And it's just because everything was just, you didn't have to worry about shit. So, of course, you want to go back there. But that smell, like, I need that sensory stuff, definitely helps with the shopping. Okay. I was going to talk about things that I also collect that you don't know about. Dishes. I have a love of dishes. I've always loved dishes. And I did pass up this absolute gorgeous set of dishes, like antique Noritake. I didn't buy them because A, I have no fucking room for them, and B, they were expensive. They weren't expensive for what they were, but I wasn't shelling out like hundreds of dollars for dishes. But I really fucking like them. Other thing I absolutely love is vintage barware. Not that I have a friggin' bar. I can't keep a bottle of wine in that house for like more than a couple hours. So, but vintage barware, like this Culver barware, oh, so freaking cool. So, like, this just makes me feel fucking cool. I have a lot of this. This is pretty cheap when you find it. I find it pretty. I think maybe I have a set of green ones and a set of orange ones, and I think I might have paid $5 for 6 or 4. And then there's other vintage barware up there. Yeah. The other thing I realized about this collecting thing we do is that it's got to be like inherited because my parents are collectors, definitely. Like, my dad's definitely a collector. My mom, somewhat, but I'm like creating little collectors. Like, the girls' room, it's a cave up there with their stuff. And then you always worry about kids and their stuff. Like, my son, he never wants anything. He's always like, he's a minimalist too. He's like, nah, get rid of it. I'm like, well, what happens if you want it? Well, like, well, what do you mean? I was like, what happens if you want it when you're like 30? I don't want it. And he'll say to me, I don't want it now. So why would I want it then? And I'm like, oh, dude, because then you're going to have to go on eBay and pay a fortune for it. But I think I'm creating little little collectors too. Like, definitely, like, their vinyl and all their shit up there. Nuts. Oh. Okay, so vintage borrower. Some of that Zoe's. Like, she likes to buy vintage borrower when we're out. Somebody's doing something outside. Okay, now, things I would collect if I didn't collect dolls. Like, I will always collect books. I can't help myself. That's major escapism. But things I would collect if I didn't collect books. If I didn't go, or dolls. If I didn't go to that estate sale. I went to an estate sale when I was 19 and bought a whole bunch of vintage Barbie, and that started me going back into the doll situation. Like, that was that moment. I was like, oh, I'm now a doll collector. But if that didn't happen, because I was collecting, like, vintage Halloween postcards at the time, or vintage Halloween photographs, like family photographs at the time. So if that didn't happen, I would probably still collect vintage Halloween because I did really like it, even though it's very expensive and I probably wouldn't have very much of it. And I don't have very much of it left because I did get rid of a lot of it. Why did I write that? Oh, but the one thing I would definitely collect is, so maybe vintage Halloween because I'd like it. But what I would collect is Memento Mori. It's because that I freaking love that. And probably like Victorian hair art, like hair jewelry, hair brooches, human hair. Expensive, but I would want all of it. All of it. Now, you're not finding that at, like, Goodwill, let's say so. My Goodwill doesn't even have jewelry. It's like disgusting. Anyway, so I thought maybe we could just talk about the nonsense that I brought home, which is stupid. Most of it won't be staying. It was all just for the fix. The fix of going out, hiding from reality, going to an estate sale at lunch, and yeah, rooting around somebody else's life. So these are in no specific order, but I will say the best for last. So this little crow, like I said, I don't really decorate for Halloween, but maybe someday. Mostly because I'm putting up Christmas at work in October. And this little pumpkin, he's cute. So it's like a vintage Halloween thing. You can see it like continues. I don't know if they're staying. This little oilcloth guy, he's definitely not staying, but he's goofy. I'm all messed up because when you make these videos like 6 times, now I don't remember what I said which time. I'm screwed up. At the one estate sale on Saturday, because it was Saturday, I went in the morning with Sage. The guy, of course, busted by me to go, because there was vintage Barbies there, which I was not freaking buying, and grabbed them all up like he was Mr. Big Shot. Let me tell you, they were like haircut, green ear, wearing, homemade clothes. I'm like, dude, they ain't worth no $60 in that freaking shape. Have at them. And I was laughing at them, so I bought the $5 bag of nonsense instead. But there's a fashion queen head in here, which I thought was a good deal. Like, this I won't save, because I have 2 or 3 fashion queens, like, I don't need. But it has her wigs, which I don't really like, because I always think she looks stupid in the wigs. But this one looks alright. I don't know. I kind of like how snarky she looks on her own. So that was this weekend. Nonsense, shit I don't need, escapism fix. What else? Oh, this nutcracker. He said I don't decorate for Christmas, but if you gotta have a nutcracker, it might as well be the Hatter. He's freaking cool. What am I gonna do with him? He has no place to live in this house. Help. I don't know. I don't think there's therapy for this. Just probably more shopping. Don't shop. Don't go out. No. All right, this creepy baby doll. He's an F&B, and I only bought him because his eyes are so freaking wonky. I think they're flirty eyes, which just want to just do that. So I cleaned him up with a little acrylic paint, buffed him out. I don't know why the fuck not. I think I might have spent $10 this weekend on all this crap. I don't know, because it's more fun than doing anything else. This cute little art doll. This don't need her. She's signed on the back. I think it says Biddy Conlon Davis. It's cute. I think that she hangs on the wall. She has a little hanger here. Maybe she hangs on the wall. I don't know. I remember better. But she doesn't give a shit. Look at her. Whew. Oh, today's vape flavor. Oh, this week's vape flavor is pineapple coconut. By the way, that's nice. What else? Oh, this. I think I talked about wanting one in my last video. I think I talked about wanting a Velvet doll, so had to. She had her shoes. She was at the same sale as the Fashion Queen had. But she had her shoes, and she was like $5, so come on. Maybe she was, I don't even know. I think, like I said, I didn't pay anything for any of this stuff. Anyways, I did wash her hair. Ugh, so nice. Their hair is actually, for their age, really nice. Really, really holds up well. So now Velvet lives here. I don't think these are her original pants. You know, the thing about Velvet is that I know in one antique store by me, there's a Velvet in a box, and I am in love with the box. I am. Maybe it's a suitcase trunk obsession, but I don't need her. I don't need the box. We're just gonna keep you, so you can stay. Stay over here. So I did that, everything. Oh, back candle holder. Definitely don't need this because I'm afraid of fire and I don't like candles, but it's cute. And then, because I had to have her. My videos are getting, every time I make this video, it's getting shorter. Look at this. Oh, I don't collect Madame Alexander dolls. I never have. But this one had to come home because it's the Caterpillar. Yeah, there was some cool stuff at this sale. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for spending your little escapism time with me during my Dolly escapism time. What is my cat doing out there? I think he has some creature. I'm going to have to clean that shit up later. More fucking adulting. Anyways, you guys, thanks for watching. Ugh. Now I want to make Caterpillar dolls. No, I have too many projects. Oh, wait, I didn't even show you the dollhouse stuff. That's alright. We'll make another dollhouse video. There's a whole other bag down there I just totally forgot about. I showed you the pumpkin. Yeah, how am I doing? Thanks for watching and hanging out, guys. And I'm going to try to make a video a week. I will try not to call out sick to be able to make this video, but yeah. So the whole making sense of this thing that we do, for me, it is definitely about escapism. I don't know what it's about for you guys, but I would be interested to know. So yeah, thanks Libby for making that video. It was great. Mwah. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.